record. Okay. Lots of things to be done in getting all this together. Welcome, everybody. What we're going to do first is I'm going to ask you all to go into the chat and tell us where you are from. I'd like to know where you are from. We have people usually from all over the country, United States and Canada. So it's really important to get a sense. Let me see. Esther, Denise, Christopher is based out of Browns Mills, New Jersey. That's very nice. Okay, got it. Let's see here. Esther is in Knoxville, Tennessee. What a wonderful city. Let's see here. Sushma, hi everyone. Nice to meet you. I am from Toronto. And are you still in Toronto right now? Wonderful, Sushma, where I presume it's a bit cold and snowy because it's winter.
That's right, yes. It's cold. It's -10, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, well, I think Trevor is going to tell us he's going to beat you. If you're -10 and Trevor's in Brainerd, Minnesota, he's going to say, oh, come on, that's already warm. And we have Denise in Upper Co, Maryland. That's really the name of the city, Upper Co. Okay. Um, Trevor, what's your temperature just to get a sense of what's going on there? Mike is broken. 1 degree. But that's without the wind chill factor, right? This it is. Robert Roscoe, Lift Up a Child, Michigan. Okay, thank you, Rob. We're in Michigan. That's the name of the. I don't assume that's not the name of the town.
No, Michigan. I mean, East Point, Michigan.
East Point. Okay, so it's not so cold. You're only about 9 degrees today.
Yeah, we've been in the -degree all week, so this is like summer.
Well, I'm in Henderson, Nevada, which is just outside of the city that most people in the world know about. Isn't it funny? I'm going to tell you, I live 17 miles out of about not probably, it is the third most visited site in the United States, and I think number within the top 6 in the world. It's called Las Vegas.
Ah.
And it's winter time here, so it's really nice. It's plus minus 30 degrees in the morning, and by the afternoon it gets up to almost 50. So it's really it's quite pleasant. And of course, but okay, everybody else, where are you from? Come on, people, just let's share because it's really important that we're working with people and not just things and such. So Sushma, it's good to see you. Christopher, Walter. Okay, where is everybody? Come on, we need a few more people where you're from. And then we'll begin. Trevor, for some reason, Trevor is now admitted. Okay, maybe your mic is still broken. We'll see. All right. Oh, we have 2 Trevors. No, we only got. Oh my gosh. Okay, you got to you may have 3 Trevors. No, 2 Trevors. Walter, where are you from? Please put it in there, and we're going to begin right away. Meet and greet. So this is a
Tucson, Arizona.
Sorry?
Tucson, Arizona.
Tucson, Arizona. Well, much like our weather here, Tucson is a wonderful city and has one of the most interesting shows every year called the Gem Show. Have you ever been to the Gem Show in Tucson?
Yeah, I experience it every year.
Look at that face. Look at him smile. Isn't it?
Right.
I mean, it's, if nothing else, it's fun. We used to call it an agate liquor show, but that's a different story. Okay, so you are about to meet and greet me. That's a landmark for you. So if you have a business and or if you are involved with a nonprofit, you're in the right place. Because if you were able to see the starting soon piece that we provided, you'll begin to understand that what we're dealing with is a platform that is unique on the internet. When I mean unique, out of the 1.15 billion sites, you hear that? 1.15 billion sites on the internet just in North America. EinsteinCares, which is the name of our platform, EinsteinCares.com, is the only site in the entire internet that both enables people to go shopping and earn money and give money to their favorite nonprofit or their favorite charity without costing them a penny. You hear that amazing statement? The only site where you can earn money for yourself and give money to something you care about won't cost you a penny. There are hundreds, if not thousands of sites out there that say, hey, click here and you can buy something and give money to a charity. And they're wonderful. I love them. And there are thousands of sites where you can shop and earn money for yourself. Wonderful. I love them. Everybody should have money more when you go shopping. There's only one site that does what we do. I'm going to give you a word, and I'm going to urge you to write it down because it's going to be a shift in your perspective. And I got to tell you, I've been working with people for more than 4 decades, usually in coaching them and how to become better for themselves and their business and such. And most people drop the F in shift when I first start working with them. So you got to be careful about shifting perspective. Keep the F in place or the other stuff happens. So here's a word for everybody. Here we go. The word is philanthrotainment. What? Should I write it, put it in the chat here? Philanthrotainment. Everybody knows about philanthropy. Everybody knows about entertainment. Philanthrotainment. Let me tell you how it started, then I'll tell you what the background of why we began EinsteinCares and how it will help you. Just a quick show of hands in the chat. How many people here on this call are involved with a charity? Please put in the chat. If you're involved with a charity, write yes. If you're not involved with a charity, don't say no. Just tell me how many people here are involved with a charity. Okay. Rebecca, Christopher, Sushma, Esther. How many people here have a business that is B2C? That means selling direct to end consumer. Do you have any there? Oh, Robert is also a charity. Christopher, are those yeses for consumer, for businesses, or for charity? I'll presume that's for charity for the moment. Okay, so philanthrotainment. Everybody knows it. I'm going to tell you a fun story. Remember, everybody, the Ice Bucket Challenge, which was not done in the dead of winter in Toronto. But remember the Ice Bucket Challenge from 2014, 10 years ago? It was great. It was, first of all, it was fun, wasn't it? It went viral. 17 million people around the world participated to raise $137 million for ALS. It was a phenomenon. It was wonderful. And it spurred this whole idea of what I term philanthrotainment, which is the ability to do something that you enjoy and give money at the same time. Is that not wonderful? I mean, just think about it. The ability to go shopping and give money at the same time. You earn money and you're giving money. What I'd like to do with you, oh, thank you. Christopher has both. Very nice. You have businesses.
Hey,
And
Linda.
okay.
Hello, how you doing?
Okay,
Doing good.
somebody, do I have to mute everybody?
I'm getting a late start. I didn't
Somebody
feel well
needs
last
to be
night.
on mute.
I don't know. I got poisoned by the nail salon fumes.
Oh,
Who's
goodness.
that person?
I slept in, but I have beautiful nails.
Hello, somebody
Mute.
needs to be on mute. Okay, so here is something I want you to be aware of. My train of thought was almost, we had to stop the train for the moment. So we were talking about philanthrotainment, right? And the ability to go shopping, earn money, and give money. How many people, everybody here shops for groceries. Please put in the chat, how much do you spend a month on groceries? Just give me a number. 400, 600, 800, 900, 1,000. Put in the chat, how many people, what do you spend on groceries every month? Walter is 200. Hello, everybody. Esther is 400. Trevor, 400. Come on, we have other people. Rebecca, how much do you spend on groceries? Denise, how much do you spend on groceries every month? Robert is 150. Sushma is 1,000. Thank you. You have a family. Okay, Rebecca, how much you spend on groceries? And Christopher, Denise is 350. Good. So imagine, I'm going to mention the name of a large grocery chain. It's called Kroger. So in North America, Kroger is the largest grocery chain with about 12 or 13 different brands under it. And it's one of the places that you can shop on EinsteinCares. And when you go to Kroger, you can earn 1% of what you spend, and at the same time, give 1% to the charity of your choice. And it's all done frictionless and seamless. Should I say it again? frictionless and seamless. That's the key here. So I'm going to give you a backstory, and then I'm going to take you on a quick tour of EinsteinCares.com so you can see if you're a nonprofit, if you're a charity, if you have any kind of support from your people. And I'll ask you a question in just a few moments about how many people in your world that support you. I'll show you how you'll be able to earn approximately $100 a year from people, and it won't cost them a penny, and they'll have fun, and they'll thank you. So let me give you a quick backstory. Are you ready for this, Walter? Here we go. Imagine, if you can, Trevor, I'm standing up in the morning, just like you, completely healthy and hearty, able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. And that evening, I'm in the hospital, totally, completely paralyzed. What? And it was not from an automobile accident. It was not a spinal injury. It was a rare disease that took over my body and rendered me what's called a quadriplegic. I was completely paralyzed from the neck down. Could only communicate by blinking my eyes. Not an automobile accident, not a spinal injury, rare disease. Fine in the morning, paralyzed in the evening. Was that a change of life? You bet. 144 days in the hospital. I was in a hospital bed in my own home for 2 years. I couldn't turn over by myself. I was in a wheelchair for 4 years. I had braces on both my legs, my hips to my ankles. That was progress. Thank God today, I'm able to be vertical and ambulatory with the help of a 7-foot walking wand, so I'm a triped, not a biped. I can't get up from this chair because I'm still basically paralyzed from the waist down. I can't walk up a curb by myself. I can't walk up a step by myself, and I have help 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. But you hear my voice, right? Positive, purposeful, powerful, and pleasant. All because of one word, by the way. And that word is, you're going to love it, smile. Smile. Why? Because SMILE is a wonderful acronym that stands for Seeing Miracles in Life Every Day. Isn't that wonderful? Seeing miracles in life every day. So I'm going to go back when I was completely paralyzed. I had a lot of time to think, right? Can't move, can do it. Oh, Sushma, okay, well, you'll have the recording, so that'll be fine. And I was challenged by my wife to do something because I asked her, I want to think of a way. By the way, I could barely speak during those couple of years. I wanted to find a way whereby I could build something, because I had built already 2 businesses on the internet and had sold them to public companies and done very well. Find a place where people could actually go shopping and give money to something they cared about, and it wouldn't cost anybody a penny to give. And she says, okay, you're smart, figure it out. Well, it took a number of years before I was moving again and such to be able to begin the process. It took a number of years also to build the platform, and the vision was ahead of the tech. But what I'm going to do now is show you, that's the backstory to why I built this. This was built to serve. This is built because I am mad. I need to make a difference. And I trust that everybody here on this call is mad as well. You're here to make a difference. So what I'm going to do is take you on a quick tour of EinsteinCares and take you in behind the scenes so you can understand what's going on. However, before I do that, I need to ask the people that either have or work with a nonprofit, give us a sense of how many supporters you have. If you have 500, 1,000, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000 more, whatever the number is, write down in the chat, and let's see, because I want to show you how that translates into money for you. So please put in the chat, how many people are in your world that you can touch by email? And by the way, and when I was on with the other day, somebody mentioned they have 40,000 people in their email list, of whom, you ready for this? 900 give. Okay, not unusual, but that's just the way thing is. Oh, Christopher, 0 supporters. I pay for everything myself as a startup platform on both business sections of business, just now going public since 2nd of this year. Okay, thank you, Christopher. Walter, you have 250 people. Who else? Who else has a, Denise has 300 people. Trevor, are you a nonprofit or a business?
Nonprofit, 2,500.
2,500, that's in your world that give or on your list? Or both?
On my list of constant contact supporters we have. 1,500 who give.
Huge ratio. That's wonderful. That's 60%. Wonderful. Okay,
Yep.
so we're going to use you as our target, okay? So 2,500 people on the list, 1,500 that give, and I won't even ask how much they give yearly, but let's just use a number of $100, just because that's not unusual, people. Obviously, you'll have some people give you $1 million, but there's the usual is somewhere between 100 and 1,000. That's just the nature of life. And Robert Roscoe, I would say I have 150. Denise, sorry, I have another meeting. Okay, Denise, but the good news is we always have the recording. Jacqueline, welcome. Let me see. Esther, just give us a sense of what you have here so I can give you benefit. Okay, we're going to go and do a tour, and Trevor, with your permission, you'll be the target, right? In the sense of this is what can happen. So let's do a tour. We'll go on Google Chrome. I think I can pull this off. Let's see here. Yes. Wow. Now you can all hear me. You can all see the screen, right? So this is the homepage for EinsteinCares. First of all, why is it named EinsteinCares? It's named for the smartest person in the world the past 100 years. Remember, the guy with the white hair, all that stuff sticking out. But he wasn't just the smartest person in the world. He was also a very heart-centered person. And that's why we chose EinsteinCares, because everybody in the world wants to be smart and good, right? If you have a chance to be smart and good, isn't that nice? You're smart, you give. Okay, so what's our mission? Trevor, would you be kind enough to read this out loud, please? Oh, let me see. We can't hear you.
Okay. Join the movement to give $1 billion to charity without costing you a penny.
Now, say with a little feeling.
All right. Join the movement to give $1 billion to charity without costing you a penny.
How amazing is that? Now, the first question everybody asks is, how do you do that, right? So here's what we do. We partner with businesses that are forward-thinking, smart, and really want the best for themselves. It's called enlightened self-interest. So what do? They allocate a percentage to us that we now share with you, the user, and you get cash back. And an equal amount goes to the charity of your choice when you sign up. And the third part comes to EinsteinCares to run the business. So as an example, we're in process right now of enrolling 18,000 restaurants. That's a lot of restaurants across America. And all of these restaurants are participating, say, okay, we're willing to give you 6%. So now Trevor goes into one of the restaurants. You signed up for EinsteinCares, and all you do is just like signing up for PayPal or Zelle or Venmo and such. You go on, you click, you find your bank, you find your credit card, and you choose your charity. In your case, what's the name of your charity, Trevor?
I run an arboretum.
I'm sorry?
I run an arboretum.
You run an arboretum?
Yeah.
Okay. I love Trevor. I love arboretums. Why? Because, okay, people, an arboretum, and I'll say, and then you correct me if I'm off on this, Trevor. An arboretum is we'll call for one a better term, a large garden that is basically, I assume, open to the public, that, first of all, cultivates a lot of different plants, trees, all kinds of things in a setting that is idyllic, that attracts birds and little animals and things like that. And it just makes a cityscape, a human being scape, everything better because it's bringing pure air and goodness to the world. Is that a fair statement, Trevor?
Yes, that's a fair assessment. Yep.
Good. So in this particular case, what's going to happen, let's say with your nonprofit, is that there'll be an affiliate link that you'll get. They'll be able to send out to all the people on your list. Say, here, just click here, and I'll show you what will happen at the top. They'll come right to your homepage, and they'll sign up with EinsteinCares, put in their credit card, and they're hardwired to give to you. So now whenever they go shopping, whether it's food shopping or just entertainment and things like that, they're going to earn cash back, and they're going to give you money also. You think some of the people in your list would love that? So this is what it is. This is how easy it is. Again, for nonprofits that we work with, charities, we work with usually an affiliate link and such, and it oftentimes boosts benefits by somewhere between 40 and 60%. So let me just show you what happens. Why would a business give us, let's say, 6% or 9% or 15%? Well, the simple reason is because when you go to, let's say, Walter, if you go to a restaurant and again, you sign up for EinsteinCares, you go to a restaurant and the bill is, pick a number, $222.48. You swipe your card, you walk out, bing, you get a notice. Hey, you just earned $4.44 and you just gave $4.44 to the charity of your choice. How do you feel?
Depends what the charity is.
Well, no, I'm saying you chose it.
Oh, I
Walter,
chose the charity.
you
So there's
chose
a
the
selection of
charity.
there's a
Yeah,
selection of charities when I do that.
yeah. How do you feel?
Well, I feel good about helping out a charity or
Right.
helping their
And
cause.
you got money. So you got money back for going to the restaurant, right? And you gave money to the charity of your choice. Yeah, that was a very important point where you asked Walter. You gave money to the charity of your choice. So now you feel great. Would you tell anybody about the restaurant? Well, hello. You see, everybody should sign up for EinsteinCares and come to this restaurant because you're going to get money back and you're going to give money to something you care about. Isn't that wonderful? I mean, think about it. You become smart and good. It's so fabulous. Now, let's talk about charities. I've been working with charities. I like to call them causes, by the way, rather than charities. I've been working with charities for almost 60 years. You hear that? Almost 60 years. And I learned something over the years. If you ask anybody, what does every charity in the world want? So the number one answer is oftentimes money. And it's true. If you don't have money, can't fulfill your mission. But really, that's not what charities want. What charities really want is ongoing, monthly, passive revenue. They'd rather have $8,000, $10,000 coming in every single month than $100,000 once a year. Because at $8,000 or $10,000 a month and growing, they can budget, they can do things, they know how to work. And the beauty of having people contributing every month to something they care about enables them to do something else. Every charity wants to recruit more people. Am I correct? Hello? You're a charity, you want more people helping you. But if you ask for more people to go out and say, hey, can you send people to us to give us money? People say, wait a minute, I'm already giving too much, leave me alone. I'm not going to ask my friends to give money. But if you say to people, go out and just urge them, sign up. It won't cost anybody a penny. Matter of fact, they'll make money by using this system and they'll be able to give us money. Now you have the opportunity to speak to people about something you care about where they're going to benefit. I'll give you an important insight into life. The most listened to radio frequency in the world is called WII-FM. WII-FM stands for What's in It for Me. Everybody loves to benefit and give. What's in it for me? Well, sometimes you feel good just by doing that, right? Or sometimes you give because you want to associate with the people in that particular charity. But people love getting money back. You go shopping, give me something back, and I'm giving to something I care about. It doesn't cost me a penny. That is a wonderful experience. So let me show you just some of the businesses that are already on the system and why this makes such a difference. I mean, you know most of these names, right? Expedia, Hotels.com, Adidas. As I mentioned, Kroger has 12 different brands that we are able to utilize for this. You earn 1% cash back, you get 1%, you're giving 1% to your cause. I said we're integrating 18,000 restaurants around the country, which will be giving 2% cash back and 2% to the favorite cause. Travelocity, Orbit Stays, just all kinds of businesses do all kinds of things. And there are lots of some of them that even give 5% cash back and 5% to the cause. So it's a wonderful platform. It's the only platform in the entire internet in North America that I know of where you can earn money and give money at the same time. And it won't cost you a penny.
I've got a quick question for you. Is there a way to search your website via zip code to identify potential businesses in your region?
First of all, everybody hear the question? Thank you for the question. It's because, Trevor, it's so wonderful. I presume you're asking in the sense that you want to be able to reach out and help local businesses as well as recruit local businesses. Am I correct?
That's correct. To me, I was a tourism professor back in a previous life, and when I'm trying to, engage the local economy, it greatly benefits me if there's already buy-in in the region. I don't mind pounding the pavement and procuring some businesses to join a reciprocal program, which this seems to be. But knowing that there might be some local businesses in my region who are already interested and invested in your system might be beneficial.
So I want to address your question, Trevor, because it is so penetrating, purposeful, and powerful in what you've just asked. The reason that I am aligned with and in partners with Alignable is specifically because of local businesses. I am a champion of local businesses. I love local businesses. And I can tell you, as you just say, use the word reciprocal. Local businesses, I'm glad we didn't call them small businesses, by the way. Local businesses, because some of them are very large, local businesses understand the power of being in community. I'm going to give you a classic example, if I may. Now, just illustrate. So the simple answer, Trevor, is yes. And it works on 3 levels. It works on, let's say, you, because you know a lot of people already, allowing them to understand and be aware of the EinsteinCares program. And we'll share with you how we can do that to gain people who are already in Alignable, plus other people that are not. So that's number 1. Number 2, so you can recruit businesses. Number 2, we're actively going out to businesses in a local area, let's say 25 miles radius, because that's really what we call local business. Am I correct on that? Right. So we go out and we find everything from what we call, well, restaurants, home, entertainment, automotive, and what we call personal touch. So home is everything from what? Roofing, floors, HVI, heating and air conditioning, and anything to do with the local economy. Because once you're involved, everybody benefits, right? So you can send somebody to a place, let's say we have in Henderson here, a great air conditioning company that they give 3%, 3%. Because they want the referrals, they want the business, and they recognize, hey, every job we do is approximately $2,800. Okay, we're giving significant, but it's helping people in the community. It helps us enlighten self-interest. So the simple answer is the reason I am involved with Alignable, and Alignable is, by the way, our contractual partner. Isn't this wonderful? That's the reason I'm doing this. Because my backstory, personal, I need to be of help to charities. I need it. You hear me? I'm 75 is my legacy. But we want to do it with local businesses. And we are recruiting, interesting enough, Trevor, as you mentioned, there are people called ambassadors in the Alignable system. And right now we're just test marketing with 5 ambassadors. The first one is really doing a bang up job. You'll love this. She's in Arlington, Texas, right between Dallas and Fort Worth. And she's already recruited almost 400 local businesses to be in the system. So I'm so honored and happy that you got it right away. It's really, oh, thank you. Hi, Tabby. It is about the ability, and Stacy, I love your picture and your smile and such. I hope you're enjoying this as well. And I hope everybody is understanding specifically what Trevor just mentioned. I'm going to show you something that is fascinating to me, and thank you for the question. This tab called Causes is not going to be on the page when we launch. We're launching, by the way, in the end of February. We've been building this for a couple of years already. I mean, it's not a small project, as you see, right, Trevor? This is a process. But I want to show you something here. So one of my dearest friends is a person who's been working with and in the public media space for several decades. And Cincinnati Public Radio they're big fans of Barry Shore, and they're a big fan of this. And this is the essence of the ability to. So again, you'll see what happens. Let's say, take your the arboretum. So you'd have a link, the affiliate link. People will come, and what they'd see right away is this. You're not this, obviously. They'd see you, and sign up and how it works and such like that. And it makes everything better because it's warm, it's fuzzy, I trust it now. And then you're right, we have everything from the national brands, the local brands, and the people that make a difference in the community. So I thank you so much, Trevor, and I want to make sure that we have a conversation. If you'd be so kind, can you do this for me? Can you put in the chat your contact information so we can further this, because it's
I'm working from my phone because I didn't
okay, so here, just give me quick, I'll just write it down. Give me your number.
do this ARB director at northlandarb.org.
Okay, Arbor Director at,
ARB, just ARB director,
Arb Director at,
northlandarb.org.
I didn't hear that first word before the org.
Northlandarb.org.
Norland, NorALND,
NORTH.
ORTH, ORTH. Oh,
Correct.
Northland.org.
That's, thank you.
Because you are in the Northland.
Yeah, and I'm interested. I like reciprocal programs. We are part of several reciprocal programs as well. We have a pretty large operating budget. I'm excited to see when your website launches. Right now, it's difficult. I'm looking at the notifications for joining the early access movement.
Yes, so thank you.
We
I
have
was just gonna ask
70
you.
community partners, so it's something where we already have 70 community partners. We're in a community that's the community. Well, it's community minded region of the United States and Midwest anyway. I think it sets up well.
Okay, let me
And
say two things, Trevor, because you've triggered. And this is hugely beneficial for everybody on this call. I'm going to ask you. I think I know the answer, but I'm going to ask you anyway. In your community, do you have a volunteer fire department?
we do not.
Do you have a city fire department?
We have a municipal fire department.
Oh, you
Yeah.
have municipal. Okay, so it's a fairly large city.
Yeah.
What's the general population?
I think Crow Wing County has probably 70,000 people, with the majority of them residing in Brainerd and Baxter. We're 2 hours from Minneapolis, 1 hour from St. Cloud.
Oh, okay. So you're already municipal, because one of the things that touches my heart are volunteer fire departments.
Yeah.
Which, right, by the way, represent 72%, no, 78% of all fire departments in the United States of America. And again, the reason I mention is because EinsteinCares is a great way for people to contribute to the volunteer fire department. It's all part and parcel. So I want to mention something that Trevor just said, and I'm urging everybody to go to here. Go to EinsteinCares.com, EinsteinCares.com, and just sign up for early access, which will be in touch with you. Obviously, before we launch, what we're doing, et cetera, so we can be in touch, because this is really critical to helping people. As I said, my background is such because of my situation as an entrepreneur and my situation as a quadriplegic. I have a need. I need you to help me to fulfill it. I need to give $1 billion to charity without costing any giver a penny, and to shift the entire perspective about earning and giving, so that it becomes, remember we wrote down this word, Trevor, earlier, everybody? Philanthrotainment. Isn't that pretty cool, by the way? You like that? Philanthrotainment, the smile, of course. It's because it's true. It's what makes everything happen here. So everybody, please go to EinsteinCares.com and just sign up for early access. I mean, you saw behind the scenes stuff that I don't usually show. I don't show it to anybody else, but you'll see it here. And just let's utilize what we have here, because it's a platform that is designed only to benefit people. That's what we're here for. Okay, let me just see. I have some. Esther had to go. Thank you for your time, Mr. Shore. And again, the good news is we have a recording. And Christopher, it would be possible for a way to connect with you, discuss this more one-to-one. Yes, you've used all my connections on Alignable. Would like to connect with you to talk more. Thank you. Yes, Christopher. Do me a big favor. Just put in the chat, if you'd be so kind, the best way to reach you, and we will do that. Dave Lewis focused on community, and this is wonderful. Thank you, Dave. Where did Dave go? I want to see him. Okay. Thank you, Stacy, for posting that. EinsteinCares.com. Thank you, Stacy. I tell you, I just love that smile picture. Can we see you in person, Stacy? Is that possible? And Christopher signed up. Come on, everybody should sign up. Thank you for the encouragement. Okay. Truly, I'm humbled and honored that you are here and doing this today, because this is a benefit, right? I mean, you can feel it. There's something here. I want to make mention of Alignable, by the way, and give them a shout out. Does anybody here know the name Venkat Krishnamurti? If you don't, it's okay. It's a nice Irish name, Venkat Krishnamurti. I can use that with fun joke. So Venkat is one of the two founders of Alignable. And I had Venkat on my podcast just over a year plus ago. And we did a great podcast because he's a fascinating fellow background, and told me about Alignable. And I started exploring, and I was really, I didn't even know about it. I mean, think about this. There's over 8 million small businesses on Alignable I didn't even know existed. Okay, it's a great kept secret. It will be going out there. Most people will know about it soon. But my point is that when I asked Venkat, I said, I want to show you something that I'm building. Right away, he understood. Like you did, Trevor. What you know, everybody here, you understand. Wait a minute. It's about local. It's about local. I mean, okay, I'm going to open up my kimono a little more. Do I enjoy shopping at Amazon? Of course, it's easy, right? It became what it is. Do I still go to local bookstore to buy things? Yes. I like shopping at the local bookstore. Will I pay more even? Hello? Yes. So it's a local business. I mean, everybody here feels the passion, I presume. That's the genius of Alignable. That's the genius of EinsteinCares. That's the genius of everybody on the call. You've invested your time to learn more, because you recognize every time you learn something more, and I'm going to ask you maybe to speak about this, Trevor, because you said you were a professor, that it's the famous Archimedes principle. Now, if you don't know Archimedes, it's okay, but it's a great name. Archimedes. Archimedes, one of his principles is give me a lever and a fulcrum and I'll move the world, right? So this is what it is. This is what Alignable is. Alignable is the fulcrum. EinsteinCares is the lever. We're going to move the world. Do we have some questions, by the way, because we only have about another 10 minutes. I'd love to entertain some questions. Please, please tell me we have some questions. Hello? Questions, please? Oh, come on. Can I ask Barry Shore a question? Okay. Barry Shore. Have you tested this? Yes. In 2 communities before we, brought it out a couple of years ago and such. And it was very welcome. The fun part was that the tech wasn't even up to the vision yet. The tech is only happened over the past year to be able to do what we want to do. And especially what you mentioned, Trevor, was to be able to integrate local businesses. Again, I don't.
Population centers where you launched?
We did it in a suburb outside of Detroit, Bloomfield Hills, I think is the name, and in Staten Island, New York.
Okay, so large population centers.
Well,
Um,
actually, the one outside of Bloomfield Hills was, I thought was fairly small compared to the major cities. And Staten Island was interesting. We specifically went there because it's part of the tri-state area, but it's the smallest demographic in terms of people of all the places in the tri-state area.
I
And
think of I think of suburbs often because they're obviously running away from the city, and so they are small communities, and they're usually well integrated. When you see like crumbling infrastructure in some of the inner cities, you don't see the sense of community. So I'm interested. That's why I'm primarily interested in where the pilot happened. Uh, Additionally, is there a different? I see you have like a differential pricing strategy thing going on with the percentage giving. Are you noticing regional trends? Are you noticing differences across companies? Or is it just mission and vision oriented where you're trying to capture certain companies who already are invested in giving and reciprocal programs?
so the simple answer to your question is the following. I'll do simple and then I'll go deeper. Ready? The
Yep.
simple answer is that it's the merchant that determines the percentage. We give guidelines. So I'll give you the extremes. When it comes to grocery, well, grocery is a small margin business. So
Yep.
when we approached Kroger, they said we wanted 5%. Now I'm
Yeah.
dealing with an exec. Right? Look how he's smiling. That's exactly what the person. I'm dealing with an executive vice president. She was very pleasant. She says, "We love giving. We love your program. When we can figure out 5%, that'll be another time. It doesn't exist. The best we could possibly do is 3%, and even that is tough. But that's okay. In other words, it's the concept, right? We're here to serve, by the way, in local communities because they have 12 different brands and a lot of them go out in different places. On the other end, I'm going to tell you something really amazing. I'm sorry, I have an interesting question. Bear with me, Christopher. Okay, we're going to get to your question in just a moment. And yes, we love geo-targeting, but we'll discuss that then. On the other end is, if you know anything about Amazon, which we all think we do, well, Amazon sellers, if you want to sell on Amazon, you need to pay Amazon somewhere between 15 and 45%. You hear that? Between 15 and 45%. So we've already approached a number of people selling on Amazon. There's two other issues with Amazon. Number one, if you're selling something on Amazon, let's say, Trevor, you're selling your favorite widget, and you're only a small company. You only sell $50 million a year on Amazon. So you're going to pay 15%. But if you're a regular person with a business, let's say sells $1 million, you're going to pay closer to 35, 40. But just be there. But here's the rub. When you sell something on Amazon and you deliver to the end user, you can't use that information to contact that buyer. That's Amazon's proprietary information. You all hear this, people? Anybody knows a business. So we talk to Amazon sellers and we say, look what we do for you. First of all, would you give us what you give Amazon? Why not? Another silo. I mean, it doesn't cost any more. It doesn't cost any less, right? Okay, so let's say 15% they're willing to offer, which is 555. But guess what? When you buy from one of the vendors, in this case, we'll call it Milliard Betting, they do $100 million a year on Amazon. The Milliard Betting says, okay, we'll give you the 5%, 555. And guess what? When you buy now through EinsteinCares, you go to Milliard Betting, either directly to the site or through us, doesn't matter. They can contact you. They're dealing with you. They want to deal with you to buy more, to sell more. And every time that happens, you're earning 5%, you're giving 5%, and you'll tell people. So everybody wins. So the percentages are driven by the merchant, and we give guidelines. I said we have, God willing, 18,000 restaurants coming on over the course of the next few months. Okay, restaurants also in a tight business, but that's 6%, 2 and 2 plus 2 for us. So it depends on the merchant. And we give guidelines. People who have a bowling alley can allocate more than a person, let's say, in the local bookstore. And we want people to be smart. People say to me, wait a minute, I don't mind paying for, sorry, I'll back up. Every business wants only two things. I want to keep my existing customers and acquire new ones, right? That's every business, beginning of time. It's called A&R, acquisition and retention, with the F factor, frequency. So I deal with a number of nail salons, local business, like nail salons. Oftentimes, I don't want to pay for new. Well, it's up to you. And eventually they say, okay, I'll give 1%. It doesn't work. That's not what, if you want to attract something, you're a 2% or a 3%. That's where most people can live. Even though it's 333, so it's 9%. But what happens is the bonding factor with your customer goes up exponentially. They become your best advertisers. It's word of mouth. It's telling people, well, I love coming here. I get something. I'm giving something. Imagine that the cost of acquisition of a customer is just remarkably high. It's easier and better.
Dave, I like your T-shirt. What's your organization there, man?
Focused on community.
You have a website?
Yeah, focusOnCommunity.com.
Thank you, Dave.
My
Dave
contact
has his
information is
hand
in
up.
the chat.
Dave, you have a question? Actually, let me go to Christopher's point here. So, have you considered using geo-targeted pages for organic traffic to help with gathering new users in specific areas by targeting some details being what you can buy at that store, whatever? Only consider incorporating pulling from platforms like CJ.com. We're involved with them. We're involved with Rakuten. Yes. So the simple answer to your questions, Christopher, is yes. And we're willing to work with everybody and anybody. So we'll have our conversations and we'll speak more because there's a lot of huge benefits here. Let me see. Dave, you have your hand up. What's your question?
Yeah, the question I had for you is, does your organization seek funding of any kind?
You mean my company, EinsteinCares.com?
Yeah.
So I would be silly to tell you no.
Okay. I'd be interested to have a conversation with you about how 501c8 not-for-profit entities can assist in that process, making sure that you have additional funding to host one-day volunteer activities in your community, which will put even more of a spotlight on what you do, which will give you even more of opportunity to meet people that normally you wouldn't meet, which will end up turning into more revenue for you. So I'd be interested to have a conversation with you. My contact information is in the chat.
First of all, thank you, Dave Lewis.
You're welcome.
Second thing is, I just want to make everybody understand, EinsteinCares.com is a for-profit business.
That's fine.
No, I just wanted to, just in case everybody might say, wait a minute, we are here for profit. We want to be profitable so we can continue to do what we do. And yes, and the genius of what we do together in these sessions is exactly what just happened, right, Trevor and Dave and Christopher and Robert and Jacqueline and Marion. It's the ability for people to speak with each other and learn more, because nobody knows everything. And the more we interact and learn together, it becomes better. I'm going to plant two seeds with everybody. You ready? And Dave, I think you're going to love this. Christopher, you certainly will. Trevor, you're going to apply. You're going to be clapping. Ready? We have a wonderful country, the most beautiful, wonderful, powerful, positive, purposeful, pleasant country in the history of mankind. There are some issues at the moment, and some of them deal with, specifically, I'm going to be very pointed right now, with people between the ages of 18 and 26, because I speak with at large gatherings, both on Zoom and in person, with people between 18 and 26. I'm going to tell you three things quickly. Number one, when I asked a question, how many people in the audience? I had a group recently of 1,172 people, and they were all between 18 and 26. Okay, there were a few 30-year-olds in there, but leave that aside. I asked, how many people here have written a check in the past 6 months? Out of 1,172 people, how many people you think raised their hand? Quickly, think. Quick, just give me a number.
100.
Thank you. 3.
Oh, wow.
1,172 people, again, between the ages of 18 and 26. Yeah, okay, maybe some were embarrassed, but 3 people admitted they wrote a check. You hear that? Number 2 question. How many people here have given at least $10, not to a person, let's say homeless situation like that? How many people here have given at least $10 in the past 2 weeks to an organization? And between the ages of 18 and 26, 1,172 people. How many people think raised their hand?
Yeah.
It was 56. 56. Now, here's the telling question, and I'll tell you the reason I'm asking these questions. How many people here grew up in a household that had what we used to call a charity box? It was a little can that we all put our change in there at the end of the day, end of the week, and just add it up. At the end of the month, my father would take it to the bank or something, and it come out to what, $30, $50, whatever the number is, and give it to an organization. Ask how many people here grew up in a household with a charity box of any kind. It was 2. So I'm going to make a statement. You don't have to agree with me. We have some of the brightest, most beautiful, most caring people between the ages of 26. How do I know that? Because they tell me all the time, I care, I care, I care. Okay, many of them donate some time. I care. When it comes to giving money, I have every reason not to give. I have student debts. I have this. My uncle gives. Those are excuses. The most powerful, most important muscle in a human being is the giving muscle. When we exercise the giving muscle, it is far better for a human being to give 10 cents a day every single day of a year than to give a $35 check at the end of the year. It's better for you, physically, mentally, spiritually. Everybody hear this, right? We have a whole generation, probably somewhere between 25 and 40 million people who don't have the giving muscle yet. EinsteinCares can enable them to have a giving muscle. You order pizza. Everybody does. Local pizza place. You just gave, I don't care if you gave 40 cents because of what it was a $30 bill and they're paying 2%. It doesn't matter the amount. It matters the process. You all hear this? This is the genius of EinsteinCares.com. For me.
Barry, I got another question for you.
Yes.
I've worked with several organizations, both 501c3, 501c8. When I was a parks director, we operated a 501c4. We also had some arms of our organizations that operated as LLCs or other incorporated entities. I'm curious as to why you haven't sought a tax exemption status for the style of business you're running. Was there any justification or did any thought go into that? I'm sure you have some reasoning.
Well, I'll give you a simple answer, and then if we have time, we can go a little complex. Simple answer is that from the point of view of my attorney, who is well-versed in many of these things, and our investors as just a basic corporation, we've had suggestions of being a B Corp, et cetera, different aspects, right? So we have chosen what we'll call, for want of a better term, the direct route of just being a functional business, a corporation. The good news is on all of these things, we can shift when the time and the process warrants it. Let's say we're at, make a number, 1 million users doing $400 million a month. Okay, top line. Bottom line is very small because it's a tiny business. And it may be that everybody's benefit to shift into another modality. So for the initial process, we decided let's go with what is again, one of a better term, the direct route for the moment.
Sure.
Trevor, that's one of the reasons I love working with together. Together, we all, okay, everybody knows the word team. And you all think you know an acronym for team, right? But you don't know the Barry Shore acronym. Team, together, everyone achieves miracles. Together, everyone achieves miracles. This is a miracle. EinsteinCares? Give $1 billion to charity without costing any giver a penny? Could this
It look-
catch on? And
Yeah, I hope you do. I hope you guys are successful. I'm going to jump onto another 12:30 here. Awesome business. I like the model. I think you guys will do great. I look forward to you guys launching. Thanks for having me today, guys. Appreciate it.
Let's do one thing before you leave, Trevor. I
Yep.
like to end our calls with a group hug.
All
Hug
right.
stands for heartfelt, unlimited giving. On the count of 3, heartfelt, unlimited giving. 1, 2, 3.
Christopher, if you could email me regarding geotagging, I'd greatly appreciate it. Enjoy, guys.
Thank you. Best wishes, everybody. Okay, Dave, let me make sure I have your contact information. Christopher, I want to make sure I have your contact information. Bear with me. Walter, Stacy will be there. Okay, Christopher, I have you 609-375-6363. Oh, that's a great cell number. Very good, Christopher. How'd you do that? Dave, okay. Okay, here's your calendar. Excellent. Okay, so let me do the following. How do I copy all of this? Anybody know how to copy all the stuff in the chat? Let me see here. I'm sure there's a button that allows copying everything in the chat. Anybody know what that button is on Zoom? Let's see here. Bear with me. Okay, if not, let me see. Barry, have a great day. You have my info. Thank you. Yes, Walter. Thank you so much.
You're muted.
Hello?
I think you're muted.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, yes.
Thank you. Okay, let me just see how I can. I thought I could copy all of this. Let me try this. This. Bear with me.
Sweetie, would you like some water? No. Did Karen answer something? Yes? No. Okay.
Okay, that didn't work yet. I may have to do this all by hand. Okay. Kerry of Thumbs Up International, we team people of different abilities, and then together we can. Thank you. We concentrate. Oh, this is so wonderful. Thank you, Kerry. Okay, so I'm going to just have to do this all by hand, everybody. Can you imagine that? It's a good thing that we still have pen and paper, right? So
I hope they never get rid of it.
A fondue, and I will put down contact information and make sure we reach out. And you'll forgive me, please, if I wasn't able. I'll have to find out how to do this so that I capture all of this information because it's so important. Let's just see. Let me try this one. Let me see if I can just do one of these and see if this works. Okay, bear with me. Dave, I'm trying yours right now, okay?
Okay.
See if this will work. Copy, paste. Oh, I did it. Wait, maybe I just have to do it.
What you do is you highlight it and then you click on the 3 dots and then click copy, and then you can paste it anywhere you want.
Right, so I'm doing that, I'm doing it one at a time. For some reason, it works one at a time, and it's not doing it as a group. And I wanted to do it as a group.
Anytime you bring your cursor next to a bubble,
Right?
you get what looks like a reply, then a reaction, and then the 3 buttons that says more. And when you click that and click copy, it copies what's inside that bubble.
Like the bubble, I can get.
Hopefully that helps.
For some reason, it's not letting me do more than one bubble at a time. But that's okay. I'll just do one bubble at a time. And,
Is he talking to all of us, or is he just talking to a certain individual?
I was talking to all of you.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Let me try that then. One moment. Okay, here. What I'll do is I will highlight several, okay? Bear with me. And okay, so I highlighted. Now what do you want me to do?
You see right next to the bubble, when you highlight your
Yeah,
cursor?
the 3-button dot. Okay, copy.
Yep, there you go. And then you could paste it anywhere you want, like in a Word document or something.
Right. So let me paste and make sure that it copies all of the bubbles. Bear with me. And if we did, I say again, a hearty thank you. This is how we learn, right? Uh-huh. It only gave me one. It gave me just that one in the bubble, Dave.
Yeah, I think you have to do each one individually.
Oh, well, yeah, I wanted to avoid that, Dave.
I don't know if you can do that here.
Well, again, right. So at the moment, I can't, but at least I'm capturing the ones that we need.
Hola.
Hi. Okay, so feel free to leave, everybody. We love you, and God willing, we'll be in touch, and we have lots of stuff to do together, right?
Barry, if you have a minute, I'd like to talk with you.
Who's that, Robert?
Espero que hayan disfrutado esta junta. Mucho. ¿Cómo estás?
Who was that?
Barry.
Ask me for a minute.
Yes, Robert.
Okay.
Gracias.
The simple answer is I don't
Mira
now.
lo que te conseguí.
Would have to do it another time. You have to
Whatchamacallit? Where
Kinda
did you
hard to
find
hear you.
it?
I see your lips moving.
1 second.
¿Dónde,
Let me
amor?
just see a Christopher. Oh,
Bueno, no me digas.
1 second, Christopher.
Te felicito. Entonces, yo lo encontré, entonces se lo pude comprar a mi amigo Ricardo.
All right, everybody, goodbye.
One
Bye.
Tú.
Dave,
Yep.
Es una
if
reunión.
you're still here, bear with me.
Estoy
Dave
hablando.
and Robert, what
Yes.
I'd like you to do is find me on Alignable. And right now, I'd like you to vote for me as the local hero of the era, whatever they have. Just it says vote. So find Barry Shore in Alignable, and it says right there, click on my face, and it has you to vote, and then vote for me. Would you do that?
Not a problem. Dave,
Okay.
are you in Michigan?
Huh?
Are you in
Thank you,
Michigan? You look so
everybody.
familiar.
Thank
I'm
you,
not in
everybody.
Michigan currently. I'm in Florida right now. I'm living in Minnesota, but I
Oh.
did stay in Michigan for a while.
Oh, okay. You look so
Okay,
familiar.
I'm
Yeah,
ending.
stayed